So I got saved in 2007, and then in 2009, our church brought the youth to a camp. It was a place called Spirit West Coast. There's about 1,000 kids. It's about 4 or 5 days long. Incredible. And I remember during one of the sessions, the worship team was playing music, and I just kind of felt like getting alone. So I leave the front of the stage area and I go to the back just by myself, and I'm just praying in the back. And that's when all of a sudden everything around me started to quiet down. It wasn't that the music was going down or the sound guy was turning anything down, but all of a sudden all the noise of life was being turned down, and I heard this voice speak to me. Instantly I start weeping because I know this is crazy. Nothing like this has ever happened. I start weeping and I'm thinking to myself, man, I know this is God. God, how could you be telling me something like this? Like, don't you see my brokenness? Don't you see my hiccups? Don't you see my mistakes? Don't you? All these things are going through my mind. And God once again speaks to me and says, I'm going to save the high schools of America, and I want to partner with your life to do it. And the Lord says this, he says, what will come through this movement will be the restoration of prayer to schools. There's moments where God interrupts your life. And in those moments, it can be an interruption, or you can take it as an invitation. And I really believe that his interruption that day became my invitation. And I feel like some of the most darkest places, is where Jesus wants to shine the most. And it's not with systems or formats or certain ways of programs. It's really with just authentic raw love. I've had a lot of people tell me, kids just go to your meetings because of donuts or because of pizza. And that may be very well true, as when I was in high school, you tell me free pizza and donuts, I'll be there in a heartbeat. But what I've seen in these years is what they come in for is not what they leave with. I feel like I can sit there all day and I could preach at someone, or I can demonstrate love in simple ways. They've told me, hey, I don't agree with you, but I feel something different in this room. There's something different about these meetings. There's something different about when we come here. There's so much love in this room. And Jesus said it. He said, the world will know you're my disciples, not by our ministries or by our miracles or by even how much we feed people. And he said, people will know you're my disciples by the way you love one another.
How will they know unless someone tells them? And how will someone tell them unless someone's sent? And I just want you to know that truly ordained before the beginning of time, OVSM is a ministry, one of many ministries around the world, but one I'm very excited about, where God is using an amazing team of young people ready to run and do whatever it takes to love on these students and let them know that there is hope in God. It is hard. This is not an easy mission to accomplish, but they know they've been called and convicted to run into this field of harvest through the ups and downs, the difficult times, those barriers and the weeks of impossibilities at times. I just want you to know that God always pays for what he orders, and there's nothing that's going to stop God's will as long as we continue to be humble, and then as we make plans, that we have the sensitivity and humility that he will direct our steps.
The hardest time was the first year that I was with Brian. I think what made me want to stay though, it was in the high schools, it was in the big dream, it was in the, those amazing moments that I was having with the team. Or that didn't want to make me stay, but it was just my obedience to God, because I did not want to miss out on what God had for me.
Our story was one that I never thought or considered it ever be written in a book. I never did it to write a book. I just kind of lived life, and through living life, it kind of came out to what it is today. I do believe more than ever, though, that the story of the Jesus Club is not one of just one author, but it's a story of many authors. And there's going to be a lot of people who are going to read this book, and I really believe they're going to be, not just inspired, but they're going to be commissioned. One of my good friends, this ministry called the Circuit Riders, they have a saying, and it's simple obedience changes history. So I do believe that this book is going to be something that's powerful for anyone who's chasing a dream that God's placed in their heart, and to believe that that dream will come to pass.